Hi everybody, it's FIBO Group and you are watching to the Market Watch review. While equity markets in Asia Pacific lost ground, Europe's Stoxx 600 was able to reverse a 6-day slide. The US equity futures remain firm. The US dollar trades with a stronger bias. Today's US CPI report seems to indicate a calmer market. Although the dollar hovers around JPY 147, the likelihood of a Bank of Japan intervening in the North American session is slim. Central Europe is doing better than Asia among emerging market currencies. Yesterday's 5-day gold spillage ended, and today is steady at $1,676. December WTI fell nearly 6% during the first 3 days of this week, but has stabilized today. Asian Pacific market. Japan's producer price inflation increased to 9.7% in September, from 9.0% in August. Bloomberg's survey forecasts that the month-over-month growth of 0.7% would be more than twice as high. The dollar trades in a narrow range, with JPY 147.00 being just a third of its normal range. The dollar fell to JPY 147 after the North American session. Perhaps intervention was too cautious. However, the Asian-Pacific session saw dollar levels drop slightly below 146.70 early in the session. After yesterday's new lows of $0.6235, the Australian dollar has stabilized. It trades quietly within yesterday's range. Market of Europe. Although the Bank of England claims that its bond buying program will end tomorrow, its new liquidity facility will still be available until November 10. The Bank of England's conviction that it must take substantial policy action, like the Federal Reserve, was probably more encouraged by the fall in ILO unemployment rates to their lowest levels in almost 50 years than the unexpected 0.3% GDP contraction. Yesterday's sterling dropped to near $1.0925 for the second week, but recovered and settled at 1.11. Tuesday was the week's highest, at 1.1180. Swaps market had expected a 150 BP increase at November's meeting, but it has now reduced that to 100 BP, with less than 30% of a 125 BP move. The euro trades quietly in a range of less than half a penny against the dollar. Market of America. A few months back, there was a lot of talk about the Fed being behind the curve. Now many worry that it might be too late with the rest of the world tightening. Some argue that the Fed should slow down or stop all of its hikes. Yesterday, Treasury Secretary Yellen made a broad commentary expressing concern about the inadequacy of liquidity in the U.S. Treasury market. The key problem is that the balance sheet capacity for Treasury's brokers has not kept up with the demand. The Canadian dollar is still soft. The Canadian dollar was above CAD 1.38 for most of the Asian session and European morning. That's all for me. Closely monitor the news background and be prepared for all the surprises of the market.